I'm going to venture to say that there are more people that are empaths than there are not. I don't have data, general data in terms of world data, but I will say based on my work, I see more people that struggle with being an empath than I do people that don't struggle with it. And let me tell you something. If you're not careful, because we're going to talk about empaths and where, some different causes of what I believe, sources where I believe being an empath starts. I'm going to really deal with one of those sources in a major way. But let me just say this, y'all, about wearing the feelings, the challenges, the stress of other people. When you wear the stress and the challenges of other people, you absolutely position yourself to start looking like the life you live in. You're not going to live a good life wearing other people's drama. You're not. And I'll say this, and it's going to offend some of you. Oh, well, I can tell some of you are empaths by how you look. What you talking about? Because some of you are 40 and you look 80. Some of you are 20, 25, and because you are such a dramatic empath, you're wearing the behavior and the feelings and the emotions and the drama of other people, you 25 and you look 50. And one of the best benefits to putting down the drama of other people is that you start to look like the peaceful life you live. Y'all, I'm dog tired. I ain't gonna lie. I'm dog tired. I'm tired tonight. But let me tell you something. It is beautiful every single week when a client, because there's always at least 2 clients every week. Doc, oh my God, how old are you? Let me guess. And they guess, and they're like, oh my God, Doc, ain't no way. Yeah. Because I don't wear stress. Number one, black don't crack. That's a different conversation for a different day. But not only that, I don't wear the drama of other people. And you got to imagine that having clients in over 38 countries at just under 1,020 clients around the world, hearing all the stuff that I hear on a daily basis, if I wore this stuff daily, I would look like the stuff I hear. I don't. No, Doc go to the water. He takes his shirt off, put on his boy shorts, and he walks around the resort free. Free. You know why? Because I don't wear folks' drama. That's yours. It don't belong to me. And I'm telling you, there's a phrase in church that they say, I don't look like what I've been through. Some of y'all look exactly like what you've been through. Oh my God. And I'm going to take it further. Not only do some of y'all look exactly like what you've been through, you look like what everybody else been through too. So stop telling that lie. I don't look like what I've been through. Child, I don't look like what. No, you look exactly like what you've been through. And you look like what other people going through. And you don't have to look like what other people are going through because it don't belong to you. Oh my God. I got enough problems. I'm not about to look like mine and yours. Tonight is especially for those of you who have been saying to yourself, you know what? I don't even feel like myself. I don't feel like myself. You're going to know you're down this road of an empath when more days than not. You want to know a sign? Because there are many signs. Obviously, wearing the behavior of other people and allowing it to control your mood and your emotions and your thoughts. Obviously, that stuff. But let me tell you an underrated sign of being an empath. When you start looking at yourself in the mirror or you're reflecting and you're saying, you know what? I don't even feel like myself. I don't even feel like myself. I don't look like myself. I don't feel like myself. When I look at myself, I don't recognize myself. I've had empaths say that. I look myself in the mirror. I don't even recognize who I am anymore. Those are signs that you are wearing stress that not only belongs to you probably, but absolutely wearing stress and drama that belongs to everybody else. And this especially happens for people who have made it a business to prioritize caring for other people. It is not your job to prioritize caring for other people. I'm going to say that slow. You need to write that in all capital letters and in the chat area. That was salad worthy. It is not your job to prioritize caring for the needs of other people. It is not your job to prioritize caring for the needs of other people. It is not your job to prioritize caring for the needs of other people. I don't care what your mama, what your daddy, what your pastor said. Doc, ain't that selfish? Ain't it anti-godly to be selfish? Who said not prioritizing the needs of other people was selfish? Where y'all get that definition? Some of you have such a traumatized definition of selfishness that you actually think putting your needs first makes you selfish. Okay, great. Let's get into this then. How about, why don't you ask some of my lifeguard friends if prioritizing yourself first is selfish? Ask a lifeguard. I have friends that are lifeguards, and they have some of the most hilarious stories of the stuff they see in pools and oceans. Hilarious stories. They're funny people. But ask a lifeguard. When a lifeguard, buddy of mine told me one time, he had to swim out to the ocean. You know how they have the little lines in the ocean you're not supposed to go past that point? Well, somebody floated on out there and could not swim, lost their raft, and they was out there yelling and folks were screaming. Somebody got the lifeguard, my friend's attention. So he runs out there, he jumps in, but guess what? They're taught, number one, you don't run and jump in the water without a raft. You know why? He said, Doc, I ran out there. I jumped in the water. I had the raft. Man, I felt like I was on Baywatch, and I was swimming and trying to get out there, and I was beating away, but I had the raft in my hand, and we're taught how to swim with the raft in your hand. He said, you know why? I said, I absolutely do know why. He said, Doc, I got out there, and this kid was all panicking and screaming, and I was swimming, and I told him, relax. I was screaming, relax. I said, I knew I had him. I could get him if he went under. He said, but Doc, I got about 5 feet away and stopped. You know why he stopped? Because his job at that point was to take the raft that was in his hand and throw it out there. The job of a person sinking in the ocean is not to grab the lifeguard. It is to grab their raft. Y'all missing this revelation and analogy. It don't get no easier than this. The job of a person who is drowning is not to grab the lifeguard. It is to grab the raft. Because when you think you're drowning and you're panicking, if you're not careful, you can grab the lifeguard, injure the lifeguard, and both of y'all die. Can I explain why some of you empaths feel as bad as you do? Because you jumping in waters trying to rescue people, and instead of extending your help with boundaries, you putting yourself all the way in. And I got breaking news for you. Stop getting so close to people who are drowning. That's salad worthy. Are y'all writing this down? Stop getting so close to people who are drowning. Stop it. No, that's my mama. Give her 5 feet. In fact, I need everybody in the chat right now to type in all capital letters, give them 5 feet. Can y'all do that? Give, all you empaths better be typing. Give them 5 feet. Well, Doc, you not being godly, Doc. How dare you? How dare you, Doc? You not being godly. That ain't godlike. Says who? Fact, for all of you Christians that want to hit me up with that, the Apostle Peter was preaching and made a very poignant statement that I don't ever want you to forget. He told the disciples and the people, he said, listen, this is for all you religious folk. We are preparing for this great feast at Pentecost. We've just experienced this great move of God at Pentecost. Now listen, you got to go out and be disciples, but this is the message. Before you save them, watch, save yourself from this untoward generation. Interesting. That even biblically, for all of you people that think being selfish is bad, biblically, you can't save nobody until you save you. I have friends that are Muslims that absolutely agree with this principle, because at the end of the day, it don't matter what your religion is. If you don't start giving people 5 feet with all their drama, all their trauma, everything else they got going on that you out there touching, if you don't start giving people 5 feet, not only are they going to drown, they're going to pull you down with them. The most hilarious, he said, Doc, I got out there. The dude was going crazy. I said, man, relax, man, relax. He was going crazy. He said, man, I'm trying to get you to raft. You got to relax. Dude was just flying everywhere. He said he threw the raft out there. had the string on the other side, and just started kicking and floating and waited for him to calm down. I made the executive decision. Ain't no need of both of us dying. Ain't no need of both of us drowning. I said, bro, question, real serious question, for real. When you just stopped talking to him and just started floating and held the other end of the string, what did he do? He said, Doc, he was wailing at first, but then he realized that the key to him getting out, the key to him getting out alive was to calm down and take the help that he, my friend, was willing to extend them. Come here, empaths. Here's another tip you need to write down. I'm not suggesting to you that you need to be a bad person and stop caring for people. I'm not suggesting that you need to be an evil person and not care about the feelings of people. But let me suggest something to you. You, as an empath, better learn how to help people to the extent that your boundaries allow you to, and never overextend yourself at the cost of losing yourself. There's another bar. All caps. Put it in the comments in your journals. Never overextend yourself at the cost of losing yourself. This is for all of you overextenders. I'll give you the shirt off my back, people. Yeah, I'll give you the shirt off my back. Sure. I'll give you the shirt off my back. If you're willing to do something to help yourself as well. Because what happens if you naked and it's 18 degrees outside and you don't have no shirt, and I take off my shirt to give you a shirt, and it's 18 degrees? Number one, that shirt ain't gonna help you. Number two, I'm giving you my shirt, and now I don't have a shirt. So not only is this shirt not going to help you, it's not going to help me either. We're right back in the same life raft situation. Both of us going to drown. Oh my God. And this is what happens when people overextend themselves at the cost of losing themselves. This is exactly what takes place. And so what you got to do is get close enough to help people, but far enough away to protect yourself. Y'all don't like this. I know, especially you believers. Oh, no. You don't know. One of my friends already said in the chat, the Quran agrees with this. I don't care what your religion is. Some of y'all don't like this because you have a very unhealthy relationship with the word selfish. It's very unhealthy. And this is why you're overextending yourself. This is why you always feel drained. This is why you always feel like you're getting the short end of the cup. And you can't keep sacrificing you for them because it ain't going to be no more you. And eventually ain't going to be no them. Oh my God. Now, let's go a little bit further here. Oh, I forgot to plug up my laptop. Wait a minute. I'm over here full message zone. Let's go a little bit further here. I want to talk about where I believe one of the greatest places being an empath starts. This is going to be rough. Are y'all supporting the show? Huh? Is this helpful? Y'all support the show? Let me talk about where I think being an empath starts. Okay, can I do that? Okay, let's talk about this. Being an empath can start a lot of different spaces. It can start in a lot of different arenas, sectors, moments in life. Again, I'm using my data from just countless clients, feedback, etc. Okay, I don't have general numbers for the whole population. I wish I did. I don't. But based on my experiences with this topic and the people that I've helped and served, You know where I believe being an empath starts the most? Where being an empath starts the most, believe it or not, childhood. Uh-oh. Doc, I thought you were on parents last week. Oh, we're on parents to look at again this week too. A lot of you are suffering from being an empath because of the way you were raised. When you're raised by parents that are hard to please, hard to satisfy, you can never get anything right. You're never praised, you're never rewarded. You have to do things to their liking or it's not good at all. And that's every single time. When you're raised in environments like that, if you're raised by parents that are perfectionists and they are what I call unhealthy perfectionists, which means you can never make a mistake ever. I'm not talking about the healthy perfectionists that strive for you to want to do more and do things great, but also give you grace to fail. That's called healthy perfectionism. But many of you are survivors of poor parenting when it comes to being an empath. And I want to say this now, and I want you to put this in the comments or put this in the chat area. Being an empath can absolutely be a childhood wound. A lot of people don't look at it that way. A lot of people just call being an empath a condition. I want to suggest to you that I believe being an empath is also a childhood wound, and can be, rather. Let me take that back. Can be a childhood wound. When you're never praised, you're never enough, the goalpost is always moving, you're not celebrated, Lord knows. And I'm going to talk about some other things that parents do because it's just about to get ugly here for a second. It creates a situation where you seek outwardly for validation. And by default, because you seek outwardly for validation through the first examples of relationship you have, which is your parents, that trickles into how you live your life as you grow up and have relationships, friendships with other people. Because being an empath is greater than just romantic relationships and things and family relationships. Some of you are bad friends, are bad empath friends. Like your friends run all over you. Okay? And when you're operating as an empath, which again, a simple definition of being an empath is just simply a person who wears the behaviors, the emotions, the challenges, the traumas of other people. Who wears the behaviors, the emotions, the challenges, the traumas of other people. That's a simple definition of an empath. If you haven't written that down, I don't even think I gave you that. I just jumped right in tonight. You need to write that down. But the problem is, this is for many of you a childhood wound. And I want to talk to some of you parents right quick. And if you're not a parent or your parent is listening, I hope they listen hard. Hey, parents, listen up. This thing on? Hey, listen up. Parents, let me give you some tips on this. Doc, I thought we were talking about parents last week. Yeah, this is going to help those of you that this has happened to. Because these things that people need to stop doing to make their children empaths are also signs that many of you are empaths. Y'all writing? Y'all supporting the show? Number one, stop living your life through your kids. If you are a person where your parents try to live their life through you, it is a good chance you're probably an empath. Daddy didn't make it to the league in basketball. Daddy won't even good enough to play in the college level. And here you are making little Johnny play basketball. And he crying to you every week telling you he don't want to play no more. He don't want to play basketball. He want to play football. He want to play lacrosse. But because your dreams didn't make it, you determined to make Johnny, little Johnny, live your dreams through his own life. And that's dysfunctional. Now, don't y'all confuse being an empath with empathetic. They're not the same, because you can have empathy for people and still have boundaries. When you're an empath, you wear it like it's yours. There's the difference. Y'all got to stop trying to live your life through your kids. There are some things I did not accomplish as a kid. Some things I accomplished a lot. As a kid, as a young adult, I accomplished a lot. I don't have much to complain about. But what I'm not going to do is make my kids go to a certain school because I didn't go, or do a certain thing because I didn't do it. That's their life. Stop trying to live your life through your kids and let your kids live their lives. The crown ain't always guaranteed to be passed to the next generation, which means the stuff you accomplished or didn't accomplish ain't necessarily guaranteed to be passed down to your kids. And some of you that are empaths right now need to release yourself in peace from the expectations of dysfunctional parents. May you be free after tonight from the expectations of dysfunctional parents who have attempted to live their lives through you. They didn't accomplish it, and you didn't have to accomplish it either. You can stop choosing majors you don't like to please parents who wish they would have been engineers but dropped out of college. You can stop staying in bad marriages for parents who have been married for 50 years but have been sleeping in the different bedrooms for the last 20 years. Hey, IG, why y'all quiet? IG ain't talking tonight. What's going on? I don't see no comments in IG. What's happening? Tonight, you need to be free from the expectations of parents who are trying to live their lives through you. Stop. That's okay. If you're crying, that's good. Welcome to a session with Dr. Zed. This is normal. Sign 2, thing 2, parents need to stop doing. You ready? Stop guilt tripping your kids. Oh my God, this is going to be bad. What you mean by guilt tripping? You know, making them feel bad because they don't want to do stuff you want them to do. Giving them the silent treatment because they don't want to do stuff you want to do. That's a form of manipulation. And some of you know you're empaths because your parents have manipulated for most of your life. Manipulated you for most of your life. And some of y'all are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and it's still happening. You getting silent treatment from grown parents because you're not doing things that they want you to do. Y'all stop guilt tripping them.
Listen, y'all, I hope this made sense. If it did, I want you to type church in the comments with 3 R's. And then I want you to remember you've got 2 jobs. 1, be better today than what you were yesterday. And 2, don't forget what I told you.